Aloha, I'm Lauren Ayers.
And I'm Brad Faulkner. We're here to bring you another episode of Big Sky Live.
Considering the endless cold weather outside, we decided we'd heat things up a bit with a little Hawaiian theme.
That's right, and we have a jam-packed show tonight. So to start things off, let's head over to the Glacier Ice Rink with Bree, Katie, and Cassie to see what's going on with the Missoula hockey team.
Most high school students are sleeping at 5:30 on a Monday morning, but not the Missoula hockey team. They can be found here at the Glacier Ice Rink, practicing for their weekend matchups.
Morning practices are good because that way when you go to school, you're way more awake than everyone else and you sound very intelligent.
They're really, really early. I've had them for a lot of years and I'm kind of tired of them.
And I'm a morning person, so getting up at 4:45 doesn't really bother me at all.
Just 25 states offer hockey through their high schools. Montana is not included, so the hockey players here join club teams.
It'd be great if our high school offered hockey. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to letter and things like that because, you know, we don't really get any credit for what we do from the school, of course.
It's fun to get to meet some new friends and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Give us way more opportunities for more kids to come out and play. That'd just be great.
That'd be cool because there's a lot of different talent from each schools, and I think more and more kids would get involved if it was a school sport.
The Glacier Ice Rink has only been in Missoula for 6 seasons, and already it is being upgraded.
We're going to put another rink right where we stand right here. This building's coming down. The locker rooms are going to be right out here, and that'll really help us out in terms of ice time because we only have 2 hours of ice a week to practice on.
As you can see behind me, construction is currently underway for the expansion. The new addition will double the ice size and add locker rooms, a pro shop, offices, and the ability to stay open 10 months out of the year.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be getting it done by the time we're still playing, but I'm not sure if they will. But yeah, it'd help us out a lot if they did get it done. Get a lot more ice.
Give us better practice times, and we want to practice at 5 o'clock in the morning because we'll have 2 sheets of ice to skate on.
Well, it's a great sport. It makes winters in Missoula a lot more tolerable than they are otherwise. I do miss the skiing because I'm always coaching. We actually are traveling almost every weekend. We have 5 home weekends and I think 11 travel weekends. So it takes away from skiing, but it's great for the kids. Great sport. It's fast, exciting, hard hitting. So we really, it's fun to watch. I really like to watch this group of kids play. They really play well.
I don't think I'd play a winter sport if I didn't play hockey. Maybe I'd ski a lot more though. I used to play basketball, but I just wasn't any good, so I played hockey instead, and I really liked it.
I got a pair of skates for my 4th birthday, and then I just played hockey ever since then.
The first time I actually played hockey was when they had the rink at the Playfair Park, and I went out there and skated a couple times, and I really, really liked it. So as soon as they built the rink out here, I joined, and since then I've just played. So.
There's a pond in my neighborhood that I started on.
Back when I first started here in Missoula, we had an outdoor rink over at Playfair, and kids didn't get much chance to skate or get totally slaughtered in every game. Now we're real competitive. For example, this year our high school team has beaten everyone out of the league at least once, so we're right there with everybody else now, finally.
The Bruins are in their late season and hoping to make state.
If we keep winning, then we have a really good chance of making it to state.
The supportive community of Missoula has made it possible to create the Glacier Ice Rink. It has given youth and adults the opportunity to skate, a unique activity that few places offer and one that has prized most by our hockey players.
This one time when we were in Bozeman, Robert Tritz from Big Sky just totally killed this guy. He sent him through the glass. Well, he didn't actually go through the glass, but the glass busted and flew out of the rink. And had to stop the game so they could fix the rink because Robert's such a big kid and busted this kid up, made him cry.
Wow, those boys must work hard.
Yes, I'm sure they do. And if they have any stalker problems, we'll know who it is. They can be sure to call the school resource officer.
What? Oh, you must mean Officer Hayden. Didn't Misty, Abby, and Casey do a story on him? We should take a look at that.
If you've been at Big Sky High School lately, maybe you've noticed a police officer around. Let's find out what everybody thinks about it.
I think that the role of the school resource officer is a positive one. He's able to establish a really good rapport with the students here. He's here if we need him to issue tickets. He's here to supervise games. And he is here and able to go into classes and actually do some teaching about different aspects of the law.
Current
which
officer that
helps
is
the
here,
students.
the SRO or school resource officer, is Officer Dave Hayden, and Officer Hayden just adds another dimension to school safety that we're obligated to provide both by our local school board, the state, and by federal government. And one of
Because
our
the
biggest
police are a presence in the city, and most of the time when students have interaction with the police, it's on a negative basis. So when you have a school resource officer, an officer that's in the school 24/7, what happens is the students get to visit with the police on a non-threatening level, and so do the teachers and everyone else. They get to find out the police are just human beings like everyone else that have a
police
job.
officer in the school, because it gives us the opportunity to build resources with the police department, as well as build relationships with the police force and the
Schools would
students.
still run just fine if we didn't have school resource officers, but the beauty of having him here, if there is an incident that we need an officer here for, he's here. We can access him instantly. And one positive thing that has begun to happen is that students who have learned to trust him are going to him for advice and assistance and reporting things that may be occurring out on the weekends that might be of interest to
It's
law
important to have a
enforcement.
police officer in the school, because it gives us the opportunity to build resources with the police department, as well as build relationships with the police force and the students.
Probably have times when the police wouldn't have the information that they might get to stop things from happening or to help people that need help. And it wouldn't change a lot. I mean, the school's a safe place, and it's been that way without the police presence here. I think with the resource officer, what happens if he was gone, it's hard for students to talk to deans or principals, and it might be easier, like we said, because the resource officer is here. So it would have to go to outside channels.
I felt it was important to become a resource officer at the school because student involvement, student interaction, and helping the youth grow up in today's society. I felt it was important to become a resource officer at the school because student involvement, student interaction, and helping the youth grow up in today's society. At Big Sky High School because I have a daughter that currently goes here. I had a daughter that graduated 2 years ago, so I do have involvement within the Without officer presence at the school, it would probably go back to the way it used to be, where we would have to respond and handle the calls. The deans and the faculty would be busier than not having an officer in the school.
I'm so glad that you're here, Officer Hayden. This is Casey Redley reporting for Big Sky Live. See you next time.
Sounds like Officer Hayden is a valuable addition to our school. With budget cuts coming up, I hope they don't have to get rid of his position.
What exactly is going on with budget cuts? I've heard so many rumors. I don't know what's true or not.
Well, it just so happens that our next segment is about the cuts. I'm sure it'll tell you everything you need to know.
I'm Amy Knutson reporting for Big Sky Live. Lately, there has been a lot of concern about the insufficient school funding. However, no one seems to know exactly what effects these cuts will have. We sent our reporters to find out the truth and bring you the real story. Here's what we found.
Come up with a finalized dollar amount yet. It will be about a little over $1.1 million from the information we have
My
now.
understanding that right now what needs to be cut from the high school budget is about $1,274,000.
The money deficiency is coming from the way we fund our schools in Montana. We are funded by the average number belonging, meaning the number of students that we have in school. And we're currently in the high school district in Missoula facing a period where those students are declining instead of increasing, and every time we lose some students due to movement or whatever, then we lose funding dollars.
We
for
are
them.
seeing a lowering of students coming up through the elementary ranks. We get a certain percentage of money per student as they come up through the elementary. It's called A and B, average number belonging, and the state pays back to the school district for each student that's on the roll sheet. In the high schools, this is also true.
We're looking at several solutions that will be brought to the board. This may include things such as a building reserve that the voters might vote in, looking at other areas where we can decline or that we could take money from to cover some of the expenses we have.
A lot of the things that they're looking at, of course, is reduction in staff, reduction in administration, curtailing some field trips, going from an 8-period day here at Big Sky maybe to a 6-period day.
The state is in court being sued by several school districts, hopefully to change the funding laws, which I'm hopeful for, so that there may not, in the future years, there may not be budget cuts, but I'm sure that we'll always be facing some type of budget type thing in the public school system.
Well, my gut feeling is that again next year we will also be facing school cuts unless, depending on how this current fight over in Helena that's going on in the courts about adequate and equal school funding is going on. If the schools were to win this issue and the state legislature had to come up with more funding, then there'd be less cuts. But
I haven't heard too many rumors, but there have been some, and I'd just like people to know if they have any questions about it to come and talk to me or talk to somebody so we can get the lines of communication open.
as you know, rumors are the easiest thing to spread. It has wings of its own. Some of the things that been mentioned and gone out is, as you know, we've looked at 6-period day, we looked at 7-period day, we've looked at maybe elimination of a dean from each high school building, and
we didn't have to do it.
I just wish that there would be a way found to adequately supply monies to the school so we could do our job and provide an adequate education for our students.
If they went down to a 6-period day, that would kind of suck because I wouldn't really get my homework done because I do my homework at school and I normally don't do it at home.
Well, if they cut journalism or band or choir, I'd be pretty ticked off because a lot of those extracurricular classes, that's what gets you ahead of other people in college.
With the budget cuts, taking out classes and losing possible like sports and stuff like that, I think is a really dumb idea because I think that the way they have Big Sky set up right now is a really good way to have things
with
set
all
up.
the budget cuts, the classes are smaller and there's a lot less classes offered, which I think is completely unfair to the students because classes like psychology are cut down to 2 classes and stuff like that. And it's really important that we get the education we need to grow to be outstanding citizens.
If they were to cut my favorite class, then I'd be sad. I'd probably move to Indonesia and go into the sweatshop business making 2 cents an hour because that's how it's going to be if we come from a high school with only 6
now
periods.
That we know what's going on, all that's left to do is wait. Whether it comes down to a 6-period day or cutting electives, life at Big Sky is going to change drastically. Ultimately, this decision is up to the school board, but you can certainly help. If you would like to voice your opinion or just want to find out more information, you may attend a school board meeting where they allow the public to speak. Or you can log on to the Missoula County Public School webpage and click on School Board. There, you can find out more about budget cuts as well as contact information for school board members. This is Amy Knutson signing out.
Hey Brad, have you been keeping up with American Idol? It's my favorite TV show. I wish I could be a star.
Maybe you can try it for American Talent. It's Big Sky's version of the show.
Is Ryan Seacrest going to be hosting? He's so dreamy.
Let's find out.
Hey, baby.
Bloody horrible.
I'm tempted to touch my nose with my tongue.
Like a bird down, touch the Panthers' eye.
Everybody is surrounded by the girls with the tank tops and the flirty ways. I'm just sipping on chamomile, watching boys and girls in the sex appeal. With a stranger in my face who says he knows I'm on.
I'll answer for all of them when I say, in my village, you would be the village idiot.
As you can see, today's been a rough day for the judges, but luckily they were able to find a winner. Let's see who's the next American talent.
I'm here with our newest American talents, Eric and Ryan. How does it feel to know you won?
Oh man, it was just amazing when we found out you guys picked us. I mean, there were so many good talents out there, man.
So what all do you guys do musically?
Well, you know, Ryan plays guitar and...
I'm in choir, I'm in band, I'm in jazz band. You know, all the like.
Yeah, and I play drums and keyboards and basses and a bunch of stringed instruments, and we both write our own music. And
what do you guys like to use as a source of inspiration when you write your own music?
God.
God.
Definitely.
What type of music do you play?
I like to say everything, but people consider it soft rock.
Yeah. You know, like we said, we're in jazz band, and we get a lot of Latin and funk in there, so we like to mess around.
All right, we're just about out of time, but first, I want to ask you both about your future plans in music.
Well, I plan on, you know, going to college and majoring in music, possibly in performance, or maybe being a band director or something like that.
Well, basically, I want to be a rock star. But if that doesn't work out, maybe just being a teacher. That'd be pretty cool.
All right. Okay. Well, right now, we're going to take a quick break with another excellent adventure from Greg and Paul. Stay with us. When we come back, Aaron and Ryan are going to perform.
On this great battlefield, the British and the Germans meet for the conflict of the century. And where are the French, you might ask? There they are. Look, the casualties ranged in the thousands. It was a glorious battle. British casualties, German casualties, the eye of the iron! I declare British victory. Now, who's up for some? Then we remember this one.
Apologize for technical difficulties during the last segment. Now introducing Eric Rokel and Ryan Silsby. I know, me too. Thank you guys for coming and performing for us.
It's our pleasure.
Well, it's about that time again.
Cookie time?
No, time for our last segment.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Sure. Let's go to Hannah for an update on the community calendar.
Hi, this is Hannah Zuber. Boys basketball playoffs begin the 19th. The 26th through the 28th, boys state basketball will be held at the university. On the 21st, Big Sky girls basketball is at Flathead. As for flagship activities, Happy Sack is held Tuesdays and Fridays at lunch. Respect Club meets every Monday at lunch. There will be an assembly opening Diversity Week, the 23rd through the 27th, with a number of different speakers. The Ludacris and Ching concert will be at the Adams Center tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Casualties ranged in the thousands.
Come to the end of our show.
Oh, sad.
Mahalo to all our viewers for watching.
Say what? Mahala who?
It's Hawaiian, it means thank you. You know, the whole Hawaiian theme.
Oh. Mahalo, everyone. See you next time.